All right, welcome, chat. It is good to be back. It has been a fucking long week. Not this week, mostly last week, but yeah. It's been a lot. Hey, Ruben. Hey, Esquire. I hope work goes well for you, Esquire. Today, we're doing something fun, which is talking about the murder of Marvel Rivals. Kind of have a cold. The game currently is in very bad shape. Like, it is not good. And it's dying, like, it's very, very obviously dying. I genuinely think that this game will have a, like, very, very small player base in, like, the next year if something isn't done. There's a lot of reasons for that. I'm not one of the people that focuses on the fucking chrono tickets. If someone wants to make it out of gold, good for them. You know, that's like the effect the chrono tickets has. You want to make it out of gold, you want to make it out of bronze, you want to make it out of silver, there you go. It has virtually no effect on me other than pushing the ranks up. A little. Hey, Springtrap. Yeah, turn this up. Last time I was playing, I was just like jamming out to music in the background, so I had the game really low. I did just earlier grab the skin. I finished this whole event, so that's nice. And we've got this, which I have. I don't know how these work, but I got them, right? Like, I've got 8 of the chrono tickets. Who knows how they work? I don't know where they are or how to use them. I assume once you lose a game, you can just use them. I also grabbed that. Could probably grab more if I wanted. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. Can you grab more? Or do you only get one? No, I mean, it looks like you can get more. So, Season 0, this game was wildly popular. It was growing at an exponential rate. It was something a lot of people hadn't seen. It was a game that came into the scene when everyone was wanting a game like that, and it was fun. It was good, and it was fun. Was it completely balanced? No. Was it more balanced than it is today? Probably. Can you fucking not tournaments? That's probably contributed to at least 5% of population loss right there. I would almost bet money that bullshit right there is 5% of the population gone. Anytime you just fucking scroll over a tournament, you get into that fucking little cutscene thing. I don't know whose idea that was, but that shit needs to change. The fact that we've gone to season like 2 or 3 without it fucking changing is crazy. On a side note, I kind of want to get Strange to Lord, but I'd have to play like a lot of quick play for that. Or competitive, honestly. I'm nowhere near. Like a lot of my playing hasn't really been on him. So. There it is. So there's a few things that have contributed, I guess. There's a couple main things that are... It's a little loud. That's a little better. Let me know if that's too loud. So there's a couple main things that have contributed to the death of this game. Which is, well, it's not dead, obviously. Like, there's still a lot of people. I mean, there's like 30,000 people watching on Twitch right now. There's still quite a few people playing it. It's not a dead game by any means. But it is dying, for sure. Like, it is absolutely dying. And probably won't take long for it to get to a place that just isn't very great. The first one is something that pretty much every person has come across. I'd say they're pretty much in the same place right now. Because Overwatch made the stupidest fucking decision they could have, and now, like, fucking over months, over a long period of time, advertised something like Stadium that a lot of people wanted to play, including myself. But in all of the stuff that I saw, was not made aware that it was ranked only. One of the coolest things they've added to the game in a long time that seemingly has a lot of PvE features in it, and they fucking managed to release it to ranked only, which meant that this new game type that a lot of people wanted to play, just people didn't get to enjoy at fucking all because the entire thing was sweats. The second Stadium launched, it was like, oh, ranked only? Oh, there's top 500 ranks? Oh, there's special skins you can get for getting high ranks? That means every single game was sweats. Every single one of them was, at the beginning, just high-ranked players trying to get up to that rank. And it just made every, like, every low game felt miserable. I lost, like, 3 games in a row and then got off the game. I just said, fuck this. I ranked once in fucking Overwatch 2, like the only time I've ever ranked, and I got fucking Diamond 1. I almost got Masters immediately, and I lost 3 games in a fucking row. By not very close. One of them was close. The other 2 were just actually getting shit stomped. It was a super fun night. I loved it. Loved the release of Stadium. In some ways, Rivals is in a better state than Overwatch. In other ways, it is not. Hey, Gorilla. So, in games like this, there's always been complaints of toxicity, obviously. In Overwatch, in Rivals, in any game that is similar to this, Team Fortress, or not Team Fortress, fucking Paladins, yeah, that's the name. Paladins. Other games that are like this, hero shooters, basically. It is going good. And one of the major contributors to the death of this game at the moment is probably the toxicity. That's probably one of the main reasons. You've got dumbasses like Necros contributing to it. for no reason, you know. Like, he's just literally there to stoke the flames. It gets him a few views because no one wants to watch him rant about dumb shit on stream, so he gets to sit there and fucking rile up the community and make things worse for everyone else because he thinks it's funny. It's awesome. You've got content creators coming into the game constantly. And from the second the game started to, like, even now, it feels like just most of them are there to clip farm. They're there to try and get content out of the game. They're there and try to fucking, you know, if they enjoy the game or are having fun. They're there because they're a content creator and it's a game that a lot of content creators are playing. There's other big content creators they can try and fucking weasel their way in with. Things like that. So that also makes it miserable because then you've got, like, you know, you go into a competitive match and, you know, hey, lucky you, you've got the fucking YouTuber who decided that he wanted to, you know, do a bronze to GM climb with a DPS Jeff doing 0 healing. So every single game that person goes into and picks healer, their team isn't usually made aware that they are down 1 healer because this person is going to refuse to heal because of a YouTube challenge. Like, that is definitely part of it. That has not helped. Which also leads into the same issue of smurfing. Of those same content creators just getting bored. They are bored of fighting people their rank. They are bored of fighting people their skill. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of energy. So why not just hop onto a bronze account and shit on everyone in bronze? It's not like that makes it miserable for everyone in fucking bronze. I mean, you know, who cares about that? I've ended up in, like, well, I'm down in gold on my main account just because I just haven't played. So I haven't ranked up. The D rank brought me down to gold and I just haven't gone up from there. I have found no motivation to play this game. At least competitively. I might after ranting about it a little bit because I literally can't D rank, so why not? I have fucking 8 of the chrono tokens, you know? Or the chrono tickets. I mean, that's another thing. A lot of people are complaining about that. Chrono tickets, like chrono shields, shit like that. A lot of people have, like, actively taken a stance against chrono shields, and that was before chrono tickets were added to the game. Chrono shields. Double KO. Down you go. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm usually fine. Usually just very high from my medication. That's just my life. Yeah, the chrono tickets, the chrono shield. It's a non-issue. It's a non-issue. I know people have bitched about it. I know people have been complaining about it. I'm like, you know, it's a non-issue. If those fucking Jesus, the chrono tickets, I always forget the name of them. If those chrono tickets could be used in, let's say, you know, Diamond, Platinum, Grandmaster, Celestial, if you could use them anywhere and not lose rank points, there's an argument. There's an argument for that actively doing damage to the competitive side of the game. Since it works between bronze and gold, the only people that are gonna complain about it doing damage to the fucking game are people in bronze and gold. Because it will affect them. That's it. Chrono Shield's same fucking thing. It's a non-issue. Just the Chrono Shield system as it's, like, on its own. If you've gotten to Grandmaster or Diamond, or even Platinum, you should not be bitching about Chrono Shields. If you are, then it just kind of feels like you're gatekeeping the high ranks. Like, who the fuck cares? Oh no, an extra person might make it to Platinum. Every 1 in 100 people might get a bonus from the Chrono Shield and get to Platinum. And then D-ranked back down to Gold and then get to Platinum again because of the shield. Who cares? Like, there's just so many people in the upper ranks that are bitching about things that don't affect them. At all. At all. Which is making it more miserable for the people in the lower ranks. Which is not me. But that's kind of where most people are, right? Bronze, silver, gold. That's where, like, fucking 80% of competitive players are, if not maybe more. That's where, like, all of them are. So the people in fucking Grandmaster, which is, like, the top 4% of competitive players, bitching about fucking some bronze player getting some extra chrono shields is wild. It's fucking stupid. It doesn't affect them. It's whatever. I think chrono tickets are going to make it a little... My only concern with chrono tickets is the trolling capacity. You know, if someone's making content or trying to troll in competitive Mario Rivals, this chrono ticket, like, gives them the ability to do that multiple times without really consequence, you know. So, if there is some people who haven't wanted to lose their rank and they wanted to do some, like, troll videos or something, they could do that without consequence. That's my only concern. Platflation and people going from bronze to gold and a little more people ending up in platinum that that might not have gotten there. Who cares? Let some people feel happiness, you know. There's some people in bronze that have never left bronze. Maybe these chrono tickets help them get to gold. Maybe that's one of the things that makes them happy that year. Like, it's fine for people to be happy and to, like, rank up. That's okay. It is not the end of the world. But onto the actual, like, in general toxicity. That's like creator toxicity. That's like high rank toxicity. Of, like, bitching about this shit that won't affect any of them and really will only help lower ranked people just enjoy the game a little more. Oh, that's nowhere near taking things too far, considering how some of the people play this fucking game. It is miserable. In a lot of ways now. Even for someone like me who's fucking stoned out of his mind, barely fucking processing someone trying to insult me.
Double
KO. But the toxicity in the main game, in just the game, like, if someone started playing the game right now, the level of toxicity that they fucking get is shocking.
Never even saw me coming.
It really is. Like, it doesn't really matter what you are doing. It doesn't matter how hard you're trying. It doesn't matter if you have, like, a positive mindset. If you're playing support, you're gonna get fucking drilled for playing support. There's a lot of things that's gonna happen to you for playing fucking support. One, Magic and Black Panther are gonna have their way with you. They're gonna throw you around like you're a goddamn fucking volleyball. And then you're gonna realize that you need to play someone that has a chance of survival. And then you're gonna hop over to Rocket. And then you're gonna try to survive the dive. But since you weren't here when his dive defense was actually good, when he could actually dash a decent amount of fucking distance, then you're just going to be wondering why you can't survive dive very long, because the dash distance and dash cooldown was murdered. So dive can just kind of chase Rocket down now without much effort. So the only support that was super survivable against dive was nerfed to not be survivable against dive, and all of the dive were buffed. So your experience in this game 9 times out of 10 as a support is just getting fucking rolled. Like, even if your team wins, just getting fucking rolled. Thanks for subbing, Gorilla. Well, that's how it is. Like, even I'm someone, I have Lord on Rocket, as you can see in the bottom left, and I can't escape dive. Like, I just can't. Even with, like, running up a wall, dude, like, you could only do this so much to get away from enemies, you know? Like, this only works so much. Fucking Black Panther has a spear that he can throw at fucking light speed anywhere. If I'm low health and I try running up that, bam, speared. Oh, Magic has a fucking portal that can bring her up into the sky and she can go up really easily? Yeah, it's not hard. Like, it's just not hard to fucking chase down Rocket, especially now that it's really hard for him to dive as often. Or dash.
Just what we need.
But other than, you know, being dived to fucking death and it being like a miserable experience because you can't keep yourself or others alive. And this is talking about, like, bronze to gold. This is, you know, if you're Grandmaster up, like me, like, you know, you've put a decent amount of skill, effort into this game, you've gotten high enough rank, there is, you know, you can fight dive. It's not easy, but it's survivable. It makes everything miserable, but it's, you know, doable. Mainly because most people who play Black Panther and Magic are one tricks, and, you know. You just gotta be able to heal yourself. And in higher ranks, like the second the dive starts coming at the back line, both healers should be looking at each other and just laying heals right into each other. Ignore the rest of your team. Heal the other healer. Like, it's better that 2 healers survive and, like, 2 DPS die than it is 2 healers dying to dive and the rest of the team dying. Everyone dying. Like, that's just better. But toxicity kind of started peaking after, I want to say, probably season 1.5 is when, like, right as it came out, is probably when a lot of the toxicity started, you know, ramping up. So, oh god, dropped my camera that tracks me. I caught it though. Oh, hang on. Barely caught it. I have like a slide out thing on my desk that, like, you know, I slide my keyboard out, but my charging cable gets in front of it a lot. Need to fix that somehow. Right here, let me
Those guys are about to
so
shoot
toxicity between roles is at like an all-time high. I would say right now, like role-wise, it's pretty much tanks and supports versus DPS. Or rather, DPS going after tanks and supports. And tanks and supports are usually just kind of sitting there like, come on, man. Like, come on, just play the game. Come on. Like, what the fuck? And they're just sitting there like, no, you're Magneto and you forgot to bubble me, so I died. No. I'm just not gonna play. I'll throw your game, I don't care. Like, there's so much. The quote-unquote support strike, or strategist strike, whatever the fuck they called it. That made things 10 times worse.
They're about to shoot at us.
10 times worse. There wasn't even a support strike, and it made things 10 times worse. Like, one person on TikTok used the phrase support strike, and then everyone started using the phrase support strike. Everyone. And then everyone started acting like there actually was a support strike. Just because, like, there was less supports. There was less people who wanted to play support because support was in a miserable fucking place. So their entire assumption from that point was, oh, the support strike is real. I'm not running into nearly as many supports. I wonder why it could be. It must be all of this drama Necros is talking about. Not the fact that everything is unbalanced and support is miserable to fucking play as. And despite it being miserable to fucking play as, you've got people sitting there saying that it's the easiest class to rank up as, where it fucking assuredly isn't now.
More bad guys. Just what we need.
Let's see. Let's look up some Marvel Rivals patch notes. This one just happened. I don't care about this. This is the beginning of season 1. So like season 0 was like the beginning of the game. I mean, I'm annoyed with the state of the game. That's where I'm at right now. I'm annoyed about people bitching about things that have not helped the situation, and I'm annoyed at just fucking everything, honestly, with this game. This isn't the updates or patch notes I was looking for.
More bad guys. Just what we need.
Here we go. Okay, so when did this game launch? Like, when did Season 0 start? Because I don't want to go back into the beta changes. I didn't see any of those. I don't know what they were doing. Plus, it's the beta. Shit happens. Came out December 6th, which is, So right here is where the patches started. So they released the game, and then 4 days later came out with a patch, and then 6 days later came out with another patch. So this patch was just kind of fixing things. There wasn't any balances. Yep, and then here on the 16th of December, they introduced the Celestial rank and above ranks, like Celestial and Eternity. I think Grandmaster was the highest rank. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think that's what it was. No. I think it just went from Grandmaster to Eternity, but there wasn't a Celestial, so they introduced a Celestial rank. Which I like that. I like that they put a rank there. This one, again, I have like a list of all the patches here, but I don't know if any of these are actually talking about like the character changes. I don't think they are. Yeah, I'm going through these like patch notes now. I actually don't think that any of these patch notes that they have listed are the ones talking about like the changes to the characters that I'm actually looking for.
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
Interesting though. That's an interesting choice to... Oh wait, am I just like going over them? No, I don't think so. This is a weird list. More like the Marvel Rivals wiki, and it's like a list of patch notes, but it's not really giving me anything useful. Okay, well, this should help. So, Season 1. So, the game came out. It was Season 0, right? Everyone was playing it. Everyone was having fun. So, Marvel Rivals basically came out and said they were pretty clear about this, that they didn't want to just, like, fucking nerf everyone. Their philosophy was when everyone is OP, no one is OP, right?
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
Moving past everything wrong with that. It was still a fun game. Obviously, things weren't perfectly balanced. Things don't need to be perfectly fucking balanced for it to be fun. They need to be perfectly balanced for it to be fair. There is a wild difference. You can attract a lot of people to a game on having fun, right? But if you're making like commercials, you're going to be like, yeah, come play our game. We're the fairest game. It is super fair. Like, you aren't going to get much from that. So their huge fucking sprint to balance this game as much as they possibly can has fucking done so much damage.
More
They
bad
have
guys.
been
Just
listening
what
to
we
people's
need.
bitching way too fucking much. Since season 0, triple support was good, and that has... I feel like I can confidently say that everyone's fucking screaming and whining and crying and bitching about triple support in season 0 is like fucking 70% of the reason this game is destroyed right now. Hey, Acrolix. Is this... Oh, it's splitting all the nerfs up. Okay. So, they came out saying that they didn't want to nerf any characters. Just, you know, just how they wanted to do
Those
it.
guys are about
They
to shoot at
basically
us.
talked shit about Overwatch, saying that, like, Overwatch did a lot of that nerfing, trying to balance things, and it made things less fun. So Marvel Rivals didn't want to try to do that. What did they do the next 4 or 5 patches? Every single patch. Nerf supports on every single patch. Every single one. Hey, Royal. Even this, going from season 0 to season 1, we had everyone like super bitching about fucking triple support. So that became a massive target. They reduced the Dagger Storm cooldown, which that's actually good. Increased interval for Luna swapping because at that point, remember, it was everyone was like spamming heal. They were fucking giving people strokes because they were fucking bouncing between back and forth Luna.
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
From season 0 to season 1, it was mostly, you know, like they increased the dashes in Cloak and Dagger's ultimate and reduced Dagger Storm cooldown. Everything grew going from season 0 to season 1. Everything was in a pretty good place. Though, I mean, they did... Like, Mantis had, like, less movement speed, and then Luna had an increased interval. And then Jeff also got a nerf because his ultimate was grabbing people 30 feet into the sky. And then, let's see. Team-ups got nerfed. Like, a lot of shit got nerfed. And then, I would say Season 1.5 is where it started getting, like, really bad. Season 1, it got...
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
Shut up. Season 1, it got kind of bad to, like, play support, but it wasn't for that reason. Hey, Lucian. So, like right here, this is Season 1 changes. So, like, let's see, Black Panther, he got nerfed. That gets fixed later. Holy shit. Black Widow got buffed. She's still ass. Hawkeye got nerfed, which is now fixed. Hawkeye is now, like, buffed back up, I think better than where he was before. Hela, reduced base health. Magic, oh look, increased umbral incursion damage. So that's like one of the first dive buffs. Nerf to Psylocke, buff to Punisher, buff to Scarlet Witch, buff to Moon Knight, buff to Namor. Most DPS got buffed. Storm got buffed. Oh my
More bad guys.
god.
Just what we need.
Storm got like 7 buffs. No wonder Season 1... Fucking no wonder in Season 1, dude, everyone was playing Storm. That is... No, Season 1.5, I think, had Johnny. Wolverine got buffed. But his... I can't remember when his percentage damage was added. Winter Soldier was buffed and nerfed, but mostly buffed. And then we go to, let's see, Marvel... Rivals Season 1.5 patch notes. So obviously everyone was bitching. Everyone was bitching about stuff. So here we go. 1.5, there's Human Torch. Human Torch got added in 1.5. Same with the Thing. Human Torch, ass. Ass. Just actual fucking mwah,
More bad
ass.
guys. Just what we need.
Like, he was just so bad. Thing was pretty good. Like, he was actually pretty well balanced. He was brought in to be kind of an anti-dive and an anti-tank. And his balance was pretty good. Johnny, though. Johnny is so weak. So Season 1.5 buffed him, and I think he got buffed again in Season 2. That's why he's in, like, a good enough place for a lot of people to be playing him right now. So let's see, Season 1.5. It came out with Johnny and Thing, so, like, at the start, they obviously didn't get balanced. You know, no one played Johnny. Doctor Strange, again, gets nerfed. One of the funnest tanks in the game, by the way. Has portals, like has his big shield, has his AoE that can actually kill people and do damage, has a mechanic where you have to make sure you're using that darkness to make sure you don't get anti-healed. Things like that. Like, it's a fun character to play. And they have fucking bent him over and given him a fucking spanking damn near every fucking patch. Damn near every one. Like, it is ridiculous the damage that they have done to his survivability and to his damage at this point. All because people like to whine about getting killed by Strange. Yeah, the DPS, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of reasons to not enjoy playing Marvel at this point. So let's see.
More bad guys. Just what we need.
This is also 1.5 is the patch that added percentage damage to Iron Fist to make him a tank buster. Don't know how great of a decision that was, but it's not like a major thing or contention point that people complain about, so I'm gonna move past it. Iron Man. Oh boy, I loved 1.5 Iron Man. Increased unibeam damage from 120 to 140 a second. Increased unibeam armor overdrive damage from 180 to 190 a second. Just what that needed. We all knew that Iron Man wasn't melting people fast enough. Make it faster. They basically did that to try and make it so that the people didn't play for the Gamma Overdrive team up as much on Iron Man, so that like his beam was just naturally stronger without it, and you didn't like need it. But that just kind of made him a fucking powerhouse. So now, regardless of Hulk, he just fucking murders everyone. Magic. Oh, look at that. Buffs? She had... Oh, well, not completely. She lost a little bit of damage in her ultimate form, but she can now cast the ultimate form more often, which can hit, like, the entire team and gives her shields every time she hits anyone with anything. So... that's one of the first dive buffs. And then you've got all the buffs to Iron Fist, which now he's a tank buster. Gets a lot more bonus health from his heal, has more base health, has more, like, everything. Just everything. Iron Fist got a massive buff. So there's two dive that are very buffed, right? Let's see. Then we've got the Moon Knight changes. Oh, it's so fun. Correct the damage trigger logic for the Hand of Khonshu. The previous mechanism that dealt 75 damage when positioned at the center of the spell field has been removed. Increased damage of each hit from 75 to 150. Literally doubled the damage of Moon Knight's ult. Like, if you're in the center of that thing when it goes off and you're not a tank, you're dead. Literally 95% chance of death. Because, like, you're just lucky if you step between a couple that fucking landed in weird spots. Even though they have a pattern, you know. You can just get lucky. But those things, if you're a squishy, it's just bam, bam, dead. You have no chance. It's 300 damage right there. 2 hits. And it hits like 15 times. So, literally the damage potential of that bitch is like 1,500 plus damage. It's ridiculous. Actually, I'll go through all the DPS. Let's see how many DPS got buffed. Let's see. Black Widow got buffed. Hawkeye got definitely buffed. Hela, she got like a tiny, tiny nerf. Because she got like a damage fall off from her right click from 70 to 80%. Iron Fist, massive buffs. So many buffs. Iron Man, a Unibeam buff. Huge Unibeam buff. Magic, huge, like, getting ultimate more often buff. Though it does a little less damage, I don't think that mattered. Increase the spell field radius for that, blah, blah, blah. Mr. Fantastic got a big buff. And for his ult and stuff. It made him, he uses his ult less often now, but he has, like, a lot more damage, and it's a lot more feasible now. So he got a buff. Moon Knight definitely got a buff. We just talked about that. Scarlet Witch got buff, because now she gets the bonus health whenever she uses her ult. Spider-Man, reducing his web cluster energized time from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds. Just what we needed. Star-Lord increased rocket propulsion maximum energy from 1,200 to 1,800. He can now fly 33% more than he could before. So he's getting into the back of the team even more often now. Fun. Storm. She lost damage fall off, so that's a buff. Her damage increase was reduced, but she buffs her allies for more damage now. So she gets less damage, but everyone else gets more, so I'd consider that's a buff. Reduce her damage increase from the weather control, so that's just a nerf. So she got mostly buffs, but there was a small nerf. And then we've got supports. So that's a lot of the DPS. Pretty much most of the DPS got buffed. Most of them. Including the dive. Which made it a dive meta. There's a lot of people that would fucking say that there wasn't a dive meta in, like, after, like, season 1.5. There was. I don't know if they were playing. I was. I specifically remember complaining about the fact that, like, every single game I went into had a Spidey. Like, I had not fought against a Spidey in so long. Every single game had a Spidey. And then there was usually, like, a Panther, a Magic, or some dive. So, like, every single game I went into as support was just me getting fucking hammered by dive. And 9 out of 10 times that happens, your experience is, hey guys, I'm getting dived back here. Can I get some help? Stop being a shit healer. Do your fucking job. Like, that's the normal experience. Like, they're sitting there fucking doing this because we all love listening to this.
More bad guys. Hurting unit here.
Hello? It's not doing it. Like, I'm hovering over it, nothing's happening. I'm like, there we go. Okay.
Hurting unit here. Yo, Rocket needs some healing here.
It blocks you after 3, but it's always fun to hear people do it 17 times because you're being dived to death. Listening to this all fucking game of people just spamming this because they're refusing to pay attention to the fact that you were just being dived to death every 3 seconds. And then at the end of the game, you get the heals diff message. And then even the other team is there going like, dude, you need to protect your supports. But he just leaves. He just leaves because the supports were awful, obviously. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone else's fault. It was just the support's fault. They couldn't solo the 3 DPS trying to fucking slap them around, so it's obviously their fault. It'll always be their fault. Always.
I know I'm having a great time.
Supports will pretty much always be blamed for this shit. Regardless. You got people with the fucking awareness of a goddamn walnut and they don't know fucking who to blame. They don't know who to blame. Sometimes it's the tanks that take it, but usually it's the healers. It is usually the healers that take it. Sometimes when the tank is really bad and it's like obvious that they're bad, the tank will get it, but 9 times out of 10 it's going to be aimed at the heals. because there's many points where they can look at in their memory of that game and be like, yeah, I died right there. I didn't get healed. I didn't get healed here either. And it's like, yeah, well, you know, if you'd go back to the replay, you'd see the fucking half of the enemy team on us. So I don't know how, one, you guys were losing 5v3s constantly, and two, you didn't help your supports.
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
So, like, if you're trying to heal in this game, there's a fucking 80% chance that in the quick play, you're just gonna get shit on. Like, people are just gonna fucking shit on you. They're gonna tell you you're bad at the game. They're gonna tell you you're not doing it right. Blah blah blah. And if you're new to the game, that is something that will that'll push you away from the game fast, very quickly. Hey, Queso. But for 1.5, what did we have? So we buffed like all the DPS. What do we do with the supports? Let's see. Got a slight buff to Adam Warlock's damage, but he also got a nerf to the damage fall off. Increases the healing provided by Soul Bond. Good, Adam was in a bad place. What about Cloak? Increase the energy cost to activate her ultimate from 3,400 to 4,000. Duration of each dash on the ground reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. And the healing does not stack. Fun. A major nerf to heals because everyone was bitching about fucking supports. Triple support is the end of the fucking world. So you know what we need to do? We need to make the supports weaker. We need to make them weaker so that we always need 3 of them. That's what we need to do. All right, Invisible Woman. Increase the energy cost of her ultimate from 4,000 to 4,300. Flat nerf. Increasing the energy cost of Loki's ultimate from 3,400 to 4,000. Cool. What about Luna? Increasing the energy cost to activate her ultimate from 4,000 to 4,500. Sweet.
More bad guys.
So every support pretty much gets their ult way less often. That's fun. That's super fun for the supports. We just slapped every fucking nerf known to man on all the DPS. Made them all stronger. Why would we let the supports survive that? So that led to things just kind of starting to fall apart. People were still having fun. I was even still playing. And then we get into like the real problem. Okay, Season 2 patch notes. Let's see. This one was a fucking doozy. So, one of the first things that I can see immediately.
More bad guys. Just what we need.
That I can immediately... Well, they it's not that they don't like support players, it's that they genuinely believed what everyone was saying. Triple support is killing the game, it's gonna kill everything, blah, 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 it's so not fun to play against. Yeah? Are you having more fun now? Like, the entire time everyone was bitching about triple support, everyone Diamond Plus was sitting there like, you can counter those support ults, you know that, right? But because Bronze thought triple support was just the end-all, be-all of the most overpowered thing they've ever seen in their lives, the devs believed them. One of the biggest nerfs to the fun of this game came at Season 2, which is recent-ish, and it was the Doctor Strange nerf. Decrease his left click, his basic attack damage from 18 to 16, like per thing, I think. And then reduce his Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage from 1.3 to 1.2. So, he can now use his AoE less. He charges it up slower. Which actually just did so much fucking damage to this guy's tank and everything. He can't do much damage now. And then you've got Hulk. He pretty much just got buffed all the way around. All the way around. More speed, everything. Magneto can't use his ultimate as often because people were bitching about him killing Cloak. I'm a Cloak main, and I don't think that was a necessary nerf. I'm literally the person that's on the other end of that giant metal fucking sphere coming toward my forehead, and I don't think this needed a nerf. Penny can now crit, has more health. She's in the meta, the thing. He just got a nerf to his, like, effectiveness. And then Thor got a huge buff from health and speed. He got a huge buff. Black Widow got a kind of buff. Oh yeah, Hawkeye got a massive buff. Massive buff. Hawkeye is in a crazy place right now. Hela. She got 1 nerf, 2 buffs, so mostly buffed. The most overpowered, the strongest character in the game, by the way. Like, most people in high ranks will sit there and tell you, yeah, someone on a good Hela will actually fucking just roll your entire team. And she just keeps getting buffed. Who knows why the fuck that happens. Johnny got buffed quite a bit. He's played more now because he's just good, or at least decent. Iron Man, now he gets fucking bonus health when he activates his stronger laser beam that melts entire teams. Awesome. Oh, look at that. Iron Fist does more percentage damage to tanks now. Just what he needed. Make sure that doesn't fucking close. Mr. Fantastic, buffs. A lot of buffs. And some nerfs, but mostly buffs. Moon Knight. Super buff. He got lots of buffs. It, like, literally just, like, so many buffs. Scarlet Witch. Buffs. Buff. All buffs. I think. Star-Lord got nerfed. I think it was for his ultimate. More damage fall off at range. Just that it wasn't as easy to wipe a team. Bucky got slightly nerfed. Increased his hook cooldown. But lowered the culling threshold. Well, yeah, he got a nerf. He did get a nerf, I will say that. Bucky got a nerf because that was so needed. That was so needed. Holy fuck, Bucky was a menace. And then we've got Wolverine. He got mostly a nerf, and then mostly a buff, but then a nerf to, like, how long someone's knocked down for when he grabs you. All right, let's go into the supports again. Increases, so here's Adam Warlock. Increases the cooldown for Soul Bond from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. They just added 10 fucking seconds to that bitch. That is like 3 to 4 more times that you can't use that ability in each round. That's a huge nerf. It really is. It was one of the few things that made Adam Warlock, like, worth playing. You know, Storm's coming in with her little tornado thingy. Winter Soldier's coming in with his, again, ×7. And Adam Warlock can soul bond people and just kind of, like, counter those ults. He still can. But he just can do it way less now. You know, like, they just keep making it worse. They just keep making it worse. Less fun to play supports. But they're needed. Supports are necessary. You need that healing to win. You need a support to win. A bad support makes you lose. But they've been consistently making it miserable to play support. Cloak and Dagger. Oh yeah, this is pretty much just more of a fix. Invisible Woman, her shield now has 250 health instead of 300. Perfect. Can't have them blocking too much damage. Loki, increased regeneration domain cooldown from 25 to 30 seconds. Can't have supports survive and dive that much. Nuh-uh, can't have that. Loki was throwing those things down and not dying every time Black Panther came at him, so gotta fix that.
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
And then Mantis, arguably one of the worst supports. You know what she needed? Nerfs. Fucking reduce base health of Mantis. Didn't I just come in here and, like, do the thing? Oh, I think it's because I was in the thing. Mantis got less base health, and then they made it so that her healing and damage buff could be stacked. When I first read that, I thought it was an amazing change. I was like, oh my god, we can stack Mantis's healing. We can actually get burst healing from Mantis. Like, she's actually good enough to stand up to the other healers now. So, even in this update for Mantis, they don't really make it clear. Only the, like, last bit makes it kind of clear, but they don't specify. It literally says, like, effects of healing flower and allied inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. Like, that doesn't say the healing doesn't stack. But whoopee, now I can put my shitty healing on someone for even longer. Excellent. Like, I feel like the healing stacking would have actually been a pretty great mechanic, right? Because you only have 4 heals as Mantis. You toss out 2 to give someone burst healing. You're basically making the choice to use up, like, your ability to heal more people on your team to just heal one person a lot. Like, it's a risk versus reward decision. Now it's just, all right, toss 2 on them, longer timer. Toss 2 on them, longer timer. I don't have to worry about it now. You know, and it lets her focus more on damage. But, like, the healing is still kind of ass. Hey, Shooty. Let's see, then Rocket.
Just what we need.
Rocket got his whole rework. It's nice that his ult can stand up to other heal ults now, but he also had major hits to, like, his projectile speed, to the amount of health per second that his orb heals, because they added the instant healing when they hit someone. They made it so that jetpack dash longer cooldown by a lot. Like, his jetpack dash went from 6 seconds to 10 seconds and went from 10 meters to 8 meters. So he now can do it way fucking less, but he can also not go as far. So any fucking dive that is chasing Rocket is most likely going to get him. He just doesn't have that survivability anymore. The damage boost from his ultimate was reduced from 40% to 25%, but now people get, you know, the bonus health. But they also made it so that, you know, he gets his ult not as much. Because now that it's a fucking ult that can actually help people, can't have him getting it too often. Can't have that triple support meta coming back from Season 0. Wait, what do you mean triple support is in, like, most teams right now? Everyone bitched about triple support in Season 0, and we nerfed the support constantly. What do you mean triple support is more common now? Like, I feel like that line of thought should be pretty fucking obvious. Because, like, to do certain things, you still need a high level of healing. You can't just, all right, we got 2 healers now, and, like, their healing potential isn't good enough, so they'll be fine. We'll just keep the 2 healers, even though their healing potential isn't, like, amazing. We'll just keep the 2. They're dying super easily to the dive. You know, obviously 2 supports is the right call here. Also, I am doing good, Shooty. Thank you for asking.
More bad guys. Just what we need.
So, this has made, I mean, tank is still in an okay place, you know? Like, it's still kind of fun to play.
Double kill.
But, like, the main fun tank, which was Strange, was, you know, nerfed into the fucking ground, so people don't play him as much. And then there's Groot, which is in a really good place, which is probably one of the worst characters to play against in this entire game. Like, if there's a dichotomy for Strange's portals, right? You know, everyone has complimented Strange portals. They've, you know, it's a really unique mechanic that they've put in a game like this. Which is true. It is, like, it is a neat mechanic. You know, there's some people that would abuse it, you know, and do funny, funky things, like, you know, blocking spawn off with portals. That's such an easy thing to fix, but I don't think they've fully fixed that yet.
In your face.
But they sometimes do that, but in general, you know, the portals are a really neat mechanic. You know, the very last second of the game, someone can swap Strange, and then bam, you know, you guys manage to make it to the point and somehow win it back just because that one Strange portal got you guys back fast enough. The mechanic around his portals is really good, and it's a really unique thing to put in a game like this. If there was a dichotomy to Strange's portals, which is like, if you don't know what that word is, it's kind of like opposite. Like if there was an opposite of Strange's portals, it would be Groot's walls. One of the most miserable mechanics in the fucking game, dude. Like, holy shit.
More bad guys. Just what we need.
The only people I've seen that are like okay with Groot are Groot mains. That's it.
You lost.
Even people that main Punisher and shit, like people who specifically counter that shit, just don't fucking like him. Groot walls popping up every 3 seconds is not fun. It is just not fun. Yeah, even your own team's Groot can be fucking awful to deal with because, you know, even if they're doing their job right, you can accidentally, you know, cut off one of your own teammates because you don't know what they're exactly doing every fucking second. Like, there's just walls everywhere, and it makes the game miserable. It really does. Like, Groot being such a main player right now, he's banned in gold above, because that's where bans are. He's just banned constantly. What's his ban rate right now? What's his ban rate? Let me look it up. Because you can usually find, like, ban rates. Groot is banned 43% of the time and is #1 most banned between Gold and Grandmaster. #1. The most banned character in Season 2. After that, it's Hulk, because he got a super speed and damage buff, and when you get rid of Hulk, you get rid of the Namor team-up. The squid that can shoot people from 350 yards away. And damn near just burn them. Iron Fist is banned a lot, 20% of the time, just because he's a tank buster. Iron and Human Torch is banned a lot. It's both. Groot is in a really good place. Like a lot of people just aren't like aware fully of what like Groot does and can do. Like his damage, like look at that, just a basic attack. You only need 4 basic attack non-crits to kill a support. 4. In the range. That's the range on it.
Double KO. That's 3.
Just like that. Like, Groot is in a great place right now. And then you've got these walls. Like, he's in a good place damage-wise. He also has 850 base health. And then you slow him, you throw his fucking shield down, right? Let's throw that bitch down, do that. 970. Is that where it maxes out? I thought it did more than that. There we go. Oh, do I have to be, like, close enough to it? 1100 health. So when you're close enough to his big, like, shield, right here, 1100 fucking health on Groot. While damn near fucking two-shotting people. Like, he's in a great place. Also, thanks, Rave.
That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row.
He's awful to deal with. Everyone, even tank mains like Flats who are top 500 hate Groot. Like, it's just,
Go.
it's a problem, you know? Like, Strange isn't really a problem, right? He can use his portal like once every 3 fucking minutes. Like, the cooldown on that thing is insane. I was trying to test the like aim assist on Groot, because it felt like it was a lot of assist real quick for a second, but not really, I guess. So yeah, he's in a great place. And Hawkeye's in an amazing fucking
My
place.
years away from the
Especially with
Avengers
his
taught me
ult
how much
changes.
they meant to me.
Insane.
I never miss.
Literally takes just like
Usually
half
you
a
have to
second
lead
for him to
target.
get fully charged now. You can just spam it.
Nice.
Double KO. That's 3.
Like he's just always at 100. You can just...
KO.
Like he is in the best place he's been in a long time. And then you've got Namor squids. While they don't slow like they used to, that doesn't really change anything, does it? Still makes everyone's lives miserable. Like this is a tank, and he's about to fight me and Namor. Let's see what happens to his health.
Here they are. The
I pressed the wrong button. I don't play Namor. Also, he can two-shot with headshots.
Double KO. That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row.
Like, the amount of damage this fucking thing does, dude.
Gamma spawn.
We all help each other.
And the range it has is not okay. Like, let's see. Can I break this? No.
You
Like, let's bring this over here. Let's come over here.
I summon the seas.
I didn't know I could get up here. All right, let's throw the squid here. I wonder how many people it can hit.
Hulking beast.
None. I wonder if it's because I'm, like, outside the map. And really high up, I guess. That's adding a lot of height.
Monsters of the deep.
He hit that one for a second because he got close enough. I'm surprised. Oh, he can't see those ones from there, can he?
Consider yourself conquered.
Also, by the time that thing goes away, by the way, I get another one. So 15-second cooldown. By the time it goes away, I have another one, pretty much. So that is just a squid that can constantly burn any support or DPS or squishy.
Fools.
Constantly. Throw that over there.
Monsters of the deep.
Double KO.
You
That's
never
3.
had a chance.
Like, that shit.
Gamma spawn. Attack them.
Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
Just as expected.
I kind of preferred his, like, previous thing, where he got to team up with Luna and was able to slow people instead of doing this, like, beam of damage to them. I kind of preferred that. I really did. Because, one, it actually gave him some fucking effectiveness against dive.
Imperious. Here they are.
Double KO.
Namor does not
That's
lose.
3.
They all drown in my wake.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Headshot wise, he does as much damage as Hela, but he's harder to hit headshots because I think his spears are just a little different when it comes to like hitting headshot. What?
Way to go.
How was that a what?
You
How was that a
never had
headshot?
chance.
This game is kind of forgiving on Namor.
Double KO.
Namor does not lose.
Like that was weird. But so one of the main issues basically that I've been ranting about is that like they've just nerfed supports. They've nerfed the fun tanks, they've nerfed supports, and now the tanks that shouldn't be the main tanks because they're the most fucking annoying to play against are the meta. So now the most annoying things to play against are the
More foes to
meta.
conquer.
I can smell my neighbor cooking fucking onions. Gross. Hang on. Okay. Well, everyone's talking about the death of this game at this point. Yeah, DPS is clearly the favorite. A lot of people in the start of this game would have argued that to their fucking grave. To the fact that, no, support's the favorite. Do you see how easy it is to rank up on support? Says the person who, like, never plays support. Toxicity is toxicity, and just all of that stuff is the main reasons. But now you've got another big main reason that people are, like, leaving. So, the rank change, right? They adjusted recently the amount of, like, competitive points you get and lose in games. Put my window down a little more. I hate the smell of the food they fucking cook. Ugh. Can't stand it. I don't know what they cook that fucking spreads the smell of that food between an entire apartment building within seconds, but it's... Blech. So, basically, they tried to make it so that personal performance inside a competitive game would have more effect on your rank and your points and things of that nature. Didn't go as well as they would have liked. So basically, the conclusion of that system is tank and support players now get way less points in general. Like, I can max get 42 points in bronze games, and that is, I was getting like 60-something points before. Because the system recognized that I was higher ranked in a lower ranked match, and it was getting me the fuck out of bronze. Now, me, a higher ranked person, is stuck in bronze and silver for much longer, making it more miserable for people in bronze and silver because I'm just stepping on them. 2, now we get less. If you're playing support or tank, the, like, fucking any class that requires anything other than look, enemy, shoot. Now get less. I'll probably always think DPS is just easy. It's point and click, man. You don't have to worry about shit. You don't gotta worry about people healing people. It doesn't matter if everyone's alive. You just gotta pay attention to positioning, back up a little when they're backing up, blah blah blah. Like, that's it. You have to do what everyone else has to do, but less. Like, tanks have to go up there, take space, fucking be blocking, make sure that they don't lose their tank resources like their shields very quickly. Your shield breaking as a strange is bad. In high rank games, that usually means you die. Like, what does that fucking 73-2 Punisher need to do? If I watched him play, what was he doing? Is he standing there just shooting the fuck out of people? Shooting, turret, shooting. Turret's gone. Shooting, turret, shooting. Like, that's the experience on Punisher. Does it matter if everyone else is alive? No, that's not your job. So, a lot of the toxicity in this game came from Overwatch, per se. Like, you know, Overwatch has been out for a long time. Like a decade, I think. And in that time, there has been, you know, plenty of people that have gone on Overwatch and gotten banned for being excessively toxic, you know, been punished, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And since they can't play Overwatch, a lot of that group migrated to Marvel Rivals. Now, most of those guys, they can't go back to Overwatch because they're banned. So they're just here to stay. And the general public of Marvel Rivals, like the population, has been going down. So, if there's 5 toxic people in a room, but like 995 good players in the room that are all nice, the toxic players are kind of hard to notice. You know? Because, you know, it's just a small portion. But if you have 5 toxic players and there's only 95 good players in that room, they are a lot more noticeable. So as we lose a lot of the fucking population of this game, the toxic players become more and more and more apparent to everyone. It is something I heard from Flats, yeah, that. Which I agree with. The population's going down, but a lot of the toxic players are here. They're here. They aren't going anywhere. You know, so the only people that are being run out of the game are people like me that don't want to deal with the toxicity. But they're here to be toxic. So they aren't going anywhere. So that means people are just being run out of the game with, like, a net positive amount of toxic players coming into the game. And instead of it being something like, you know, hey man, like, trying to just get people to understand. Like, instead of getting people to understand, it's usually just shitting on them. And what is needed? Let me think for a second. So I would say the rank improvements, quote unquote, they made recently, those probably need to go. Like, just completely, they need to just completely undo that change. Let people earn 70 points in bronze if they want. Whatever. Who cares if someone's only losing, like, max 15 points in bronze and they're gaining, like, 60? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, now, it's even hard for bronze people sometimes to leave, because you can max gain, like, 42 points in competitive if you're the MVP, and then you can at max lose, like, 35 points if you did the worst. So you can actually get stuck in bronze much easier now. Much easier. Before, I genuinely couldn't see how it was possible. I'd play a game, I'd get 60 points, I'd lose a game, I'd lose 10. It's like, dude, you have to lose 6 matches more than you won. That's an incredible amount of losing. It is actually hard to not rank up out of bronze. Now, it's a normal thing. You go into bronze, you're going to potentially lose as many points as you get. So even the people just going into, like, the bottom of competitive to like play it and enjoy it and try it out are going to struggle. Quick play is... This is something Flat said as well, and it's something I've been saying since before he said it. Quick play is, in my opinion, less fun than competitive. If you want to enjoy Marvel Rivals, you have a higher chance of enjoying it in competitive than you do in quick play. That's just... I feel like that's a solid fact. Quick play, you got people like me. You're going in for your first game, you're playing against me as strange, you're gonna have a miserable experience. I'm gonna fucking roll you. I'm gonna roll you and your team. I go in there, Flats on the other team, I'm gonna get rolled. Simple as that. And it's quick play. There is, like, nothing stopping that from happening. There's nothing stopping, like, a 6-stack of top 500s going against, like, fucking 6 bronze and silver players that are just quick playing for fun. And it just being, like, an actual fucking... The enemy team just not getting a single kill and just it being the most miserable game they've ever had. But in competitive, you're going into bronze with other bronze players. Yes, there's Smurfs, but it's far less of a chance to run into a Smurf than it is to run into high-ranked characters in quick play. Also, like, all the people in ranked, they have this dumb fucking mindset. I have a similar mindset, but not to the point of ruining people's experience. Their mindset is, it's quick play. What does it matter? Like, why do you care about winning this? And it's like, dude, most of the population of Rivals does not play competitive. Quick play is all they have and all they play. So when 80% of the player base that's trying to play the game and enjoy it as people coming into their games going, well, why the fuck do you care? Like, why do you even care about winning, dude? It's just quick play. It doesn't even fucking matter. To them, it does. It's all they play. Winning is fun. They like winning. And to have someone sit there doing ass because they're just trying something out they've never tried before and don't give a shit that they aren't, like, doing anything for the team, are just sitting there like, dude, who cares? If you care, go into competitive. Like, that doesn't help. This doesn't help anyone. That shit has made a lot of people stop playing. Because, like, alright, if I'm just going to run into a bunch of matches, if I'm going to run into a bunch of fucking competitive players who don't give a shit about, like, throwing my quick play matches, why go into quick play? Why would I do that? So it says I have them right there. I have a chrono shield and 8 charges for my shield. So I can't lose competitive points for a long time. Which also means that people will take these games less seriously. You know? It's competitive, but hey, I'm not gonna lose points. Fuck it. You know, you like... There is just so much in this game right now that is making it miserable to play. If you're a Hella main, I'm sure you're having a lot of fun. It depends on what you mean, the characters. Like, what kind of changes characters would need? They're bringing back the Season 0 Battle Pass, but, like, what does that mean? I already finished it, so I can't really see, like, what...
Hey.
I can't see what the difference is. Changes? Let Adam Warlock use his Soul Bond more often. They went from 6 seconds to 10 seconds. Maybe go from 6 seconds to 7 or 8 seconds. You know? A little bit of a nerf was fine. They fucking hammered that shit, though. Too much. Black Panther, he needs a nerf. The fact that he can fucking spear dash every someone's dead. Like, that needs to be... That needs to chill the fuck out. They need to get that to chill the fuck out somehow. Maybe put, like, a little more time in between when they can use the dash compared to, like, the spear. You know, spear, then dash. Spear, then dash. Instead of spear dash, spear dash. It's, like, all at the same time. Black Widow. Hulk. I think Hulk is in a decent place. I think he's in a pretty good place. Maybe... No, I think he's fine. Cap is in a really good place right now. Nerf him a little bit. Honestly. Like, nerf his survivability. Playing against fucking Cap stall is actually just miserable. Like, yay, we all get to target this one Cap who's damn near unkillable, bouncing around in the sky around the point so that he can just stall and then we lose. That was fun. You know, nerf his survivability. Cloak and Dagger, she's mostly fine. I kind of wish her healing, like, in her ultimate stacked. I could really wish it stacked still, but... That's true, yeah. I guess, like, permanently always being able to sprint is kind of rough. Maybe give it, like, a charge, like, Star-Lord has a charge to his fucking boost around thing, and that's essentially the same kind of movement ability. So Cap should have a limit to his sprint. Cloak and Dagger is mostly fine. I wish the heals could stack, though. Because that was a really big thing. You know, now there is a chance that someone can burst damage enough to kill someone through her ult. I liked being able to stack it and just make it like an insane heal for like 8 seconds. You covered way less area, but it just made it so everyone survived no matter what. Unless you got like Iron Man ulted or something, which I liked. Most of the support changes have felt like basically their idea for the support changes was we need to give the supports less power to do the things they want to do. We need to make it so that like it's not super easy to just save their team like that. Like we can't have them all happy and feeling good about saving teams. Can't have that. But we really want this. We really want like Dive and DPS to be super happy about wiping out enemy teams. We just don't want them to be able to save them. Strange is in a fucking rough place right now. Actually, I think Mag is technically better than him. So, Strange, I think, put him back up to 700, 750 health. That's fucking ridiculous that he's down this far. His basic attack is fine. They nerfed his basic attack. So, right here, a change that I would make, you can see it, like how he charges up his darkness thing. It's at 52 right there. Like, a change that I would do for Strange is try to give him, like, some overcharge. You know? Like, if he wants to, he can charge up to, like, 150. Because, in my time playing Strange, even with the nerf towards, like, how much darkness I get for, like, the damage I'm doing, there's still multiple times where, like, in a big fight, I'll start the fight, you know, I'll shoot, hit. I have my full darkness, use my AoE, hit a bunch of people. Keep doing damage, right? Like, just keep attacking. Keep doing my shit. And then I have full darkness again. But I still have, like, 4 seconds on my AoE. So, for a couple seconds, I get anti-healed. Like, I'm just trying to play the character, and I have to actively slow down the amount of damage I'm doing. Because I'm getting the darkness too fast, and it's anti-healing me. Do I think I should gain less darkness? No, I don't. I think the change, that's not the right way to, like, address this change. I think, like, one way to do it is you can either give him overcharge. Instead of maxing out the darkness at 100, let it max out at 150 and give more damage. It'll take you, you know, more time to get to that point. But it's, again, risk versus reward. You don't use it at 100, but you save it up all the way to 150. Bam, you can still get that one-hit combo. And that was something people really liked and enjoyed. Another way to do it is to just make it so that his AoE can be used more often. If they really want to keep the damage low, just do that. Let him use his AoE more often so that it isn't always, like, on cooldown the second time you go to try to use it. He's just not very balanced right now, and he's easily one of the weakest tanks. He needs buffs. Especially considering he was, like, one of the most fun tanks to play and everyone loved him. They've just nerfed him into the ground. Emma Frost is fine. You know, like, she's really good at anti-dive. She's very good at what she does. Groot needs nerfs. He needs nerfs. Maybe nerfs to his fucking basic attack damage. Maybe nerfs to his basic attack range. Maybe nerfs to his fucking... his wall cooldown or his wall health. Something, man. But those Groot walls are one of the most miserable things to play against, honestly. Hawkeye probably needs a nerf. He probably needs nerfs. He is in a crazy place. Hela needs damage fall off. Like, ever since, I think, season 1.5 or something, they've basically gotten rid of her damage fall off, so it doesn't matter where she is. She can just fucking double ping someone from across the fucking map. She needs more damage fall off. Her damage output is just gross. I think Johnny's in a good place. I haven't played against him a lot since he was, like, changed, so I It's hard to know, like, what changes for him I would do. Her shield should not have lost health. Her shield should have only gained health. It going from 300 to 250 is ridiculous. It should have gone from 300 to 350. Iron Fist, that 2.1% fucking damage to tanks. I don't know about that, bro. Well, to everyone, but it mostly affects tanks because it's percentage damage. I don't know about that. That's a lot. Per hit, 2% with his fucking right click, dude. He just actually melts tanks. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that should stay. His beam needs to go back down. His beam needs to go the fuck back down. The fact that they just jumped his beam damage as much as they did is heinous. Jeff is in a mostly fine place. Though his hitbox for his ult is still a little... weird. Because, like, I can go, like, 30 feet into the air as Strange when he uses his ult, but I still get grabbed, you know? So they... And I hope that they kind of reduce that a little. The vertical hitbox. Loki... They actually, like, murdered how often Loki can use his lamps. Cut that nerf in half. Like, you know, if it went from 6 to 10 seconds, make it go from 6 to 8 seconds. Like, the nerfs that they're making are just so massive that they make the supports noticeably less fun to play. Luna. I think she's in an okay place. Not taking into consideration that they've gotten rid of some of, like, the best shit, you know? Like Magneto and Scarlet Witch team up with the giant long-range sword and Luna and the Namor squids. I honestly think that, like, they just should have left those team-ups. Like, let there just be more options for people, right? But you only get one. So, like, it's not like you could do Gamma and Cold. You can't do that. You could choose one. But I feel like they should have just left those in. You know, give people more ways to play, more things they can do, keep it more fun. I don't understand why they removed team-ups. I really don't. A lot of people liked that Magneto team-up. I liked it. Magic, she needs a nerf. Don't care how, don't care why. She just needs to be nerfed. All dive in this game needs to be nerfed. Is that an objective opinion based on, like, statistics and things that actually have changed? No. All dive just need to be nerfed. Magneto's good. Ever since they, you know, boosted his basic attack. But they did kind of fucking murder his ability to be defensive. He can only keep his shield up for like 1.5 seconds. So his defensive capabilities were fucking shot. Mantis lost basic health. She just lost some of her main health. It's at like 250 now, I think. It says 275 here, but I think it's 250. I could be wrong. She needs a nerf. She should have a little more health.
Undefeatable!
Considering she's a combat support and she's kind of meant to get up in there a little bit and shoot at people in the head, it's crazy that they've made her like one of the lowest health supports. They also have made her slower. Like, her just running is a lot slower.
You made me...
It's hard to know, though. It's hard to know specifically with her what could do it. I like how they tried to get a headshot right there and couldn't because Mantis's head, like, fucking headshot hitbox is so fucked. See? They tried to get a headshot, just couldn't. Which is unsurprising, because those fucking... that basic attack on Mantis is so hard to hit headshots with sometimes. Fantastic's fine, he's in a good place. Moon Knight needs to be nerfed. Nerf his ult. That 150 fucking damage. 150 damage per drop is a bit much. Even down to 100 I'd be fine with, you know? That's still a buff from 75, which it originally was, but 150 per drop is... it just gives squishies 0 time to escape. Like, sometimes it lands on me and I don't even have enough time to swap to cloak and use his fucking fade in time. I just am dead. I think he's mostly fine other than that. His basic attacks bouncing and giving him like, well, no, that's just his right click. Yeah, I think he's fine. Namor should have the cold squid still. Like, he should still have this. I think it was dumb to remove it. I think the range on his gamma squid should be removed, or not removed, reduced. And maybe the damage nerfed a teeny tiny bit. Penny! I think she's in a good place. I think Penny's in a good place right now. She's strong enough to where, like, she's not, like, hard meta. But if people want to play her, she's meta enough to be good enough, you know? I think she's in a good place. Well, they plan on adding one character a month. And I'm pretty sure fucking Ultron's coming in, like, a week and a half. Psylocke, I don't know much about Psylocke. I think she's fine. Her burst is kind of insane. With, like, shoot, right-click, shoot, that shit. Well, it's not about seeing it. Like, I know the other squids have, like, pretty much the same range. But that gamma squid has way more damage. Way more. Unless you're hitting the L2, then they're pretty, you know, similar. But, like, the beam of constant damage at 40 meters is a lot. Like, if you're going to have a squid that has a constant damage beam that can track someone as they're moving, at least give it, like, a little less range than the other squids, you know? Slap that bitch down to 30 meters. The normal squids can snipe, and then when, like, a dive comes in, Namor will be incentivized to, like, keep the gamma squid for when the dive comes in to help deal with that. I don't. I'm pretty sure he's got an insanely high pick rate right now, actually. Like, he's still one of the highest played characters. A lot of people consider him in a really great place right now. I do, for sure. I think not having the slow from Luna is, you know, that hurts his ability to fight dive, but even without the team-ups, there's people that are in, like, top 500 that play Namor without team-ups just because he's good enough. You can two-shot with headshots and, like, his survivability with his bubble, and he can still be anti-dive with just the normal squids as long as you know, throw him down, go up into your bubble, bam, that dive is usually dead. But he still played a lot without the team-up squids. I think the Gamma one should be nerfed a little, just on its range, mostly. Because that'll also incentivize Namor mains to save it for when someone gets closer, like dive. Instead of, like, tossing it out just to try and snipe the team, they can save it for when someone comes in closer to make sure they hit them. It would also have a chance of focusing on dive more than, like, others with a lower range. Right, I was down here. Yeah, Penny's fine. I think Psylocke's okay. I don't know a lot about her. Rocket is rough. He's in a rough place. They need to give him some more dash back. They murdered the cooldown. They murdered how far it goes. They need to at least let him dash a little more often again, or let it go farther or something, because as it stands, dive can just kind of keep chasing me and hunt me down after I'm out of my 2 dashes. You know, that's just it. His ult is alright. I think it's in an okay place to be good enough against other support, like, saving ults. The damage buff is nice on top of that. You know, his ult is decent. I think he's in an okay place. Though the heal over time that his orbs took when he got the instant healing added to it was fucking nuts. He lost a lot of healing. Like, a lot. Scarlet Witch, I think she's in a pretty good place. I think it was pretty smart to add the, like, extra health whenever she uses her ult. Spidey needs to be nerfed. They just recently nerfed him, and it's still not enough.
Doing the right thing just makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Oh wow!
Pretty
So
sure
they
those are
nerfed.
bad
Let's see.
guys.
So they nerfed his fucking square. It used to be a 5-meter 360 range. Now it's only 4 meters. Huh. Let's see how close I can hit her with. Yep. Let's do this.
Ground and pound.
Yep. So if you're just in the general fucking vicinity of people, you're gonna hit them. Doesn't even matter if you're looking at them. Like, it's just... It is ridiculous, actually.
Spider Fist is ready to punch.
Yeah, you didn't know that that's the range on his punch? Yeah. Yeah. So you don't even have to be looking at the enemy. And it used to be 5 meters, so you used to be able to get it from, like, back here. But they made it 4 meters, so now you're right
Watch
here.
out, they're headed our way.
Like, the range on his shit is so fucking ridiculous, actually.
Spider Fist is ready to punch.
Go right here. Little to the left.
Spider Fist is ready to
Both.
punch. Crack the whip. Gonna get sticky.
Double KO.
Yeah, he just... Look at that. That kick has so much range, dude. His punch doesn't, but that kick does, dude.
Pretty sure those
Yeah,
are bad
Magic's
guys.
range is long as fuck, too.
Double KO. That's 3.
Like, it's a little too forgiving when it comes to dive, honestly. Look at that. That's not the same as Magic, no. Magic's is a lot worse and a lot more forgiving. If she were to, like, stretch her arm and sword out, it would probably, like, the tip of the sword would reach that light. Maybe. But it can reach him. Like, dive is just given so much freedom. Well, that don't matter when you're doing all your shit, you know? When you're attacking a whole team, the damage fall off doesn't make enough of a difference. Especially against squishies.
3.
Especially with that range thing that you can fucking just shoot instantly. I mean, I've been playing against Magic. I personally don't think it matters. Like, even Flats, when, like, the Spider-Man change was added, it, like, he was just like, yeah, that's not gonna do shit. Like, they went from 5 to 4 meters, and it was pretty obvious that wasn't gonna do shit.
That's 3.
The problem is, like, how far away someone can hit from. Not really, like, the damage fall off. Yeah, they do less damage at that range, but, like, with their combos and stuff, it just really... It's not enough of a fucking handicap or difference for it to matter. Mainly because most of the time you're using it or getting value out of, like, that range is going to be when you're up close to someone like this and you're swinging and you're potentially hitting... Can you hit 2 people with your sword? I don't know if these guys are close enough for me to test that.
Hostiles coming in fast.
You can hit 2 people. Yeah. So that's like most of the value you'd get from it is you're attacking one person to kill them anyway, and you're just hitting the other person that's fucking 6 feet behind them. So you're just ending up getting more value than you normally would just because of that range. Same with Spidey. You can just fly in and go for one person and accidentally hit the whole team because you can hit in an entire radius around you. Look, she doesn't do that. She has like a skill that specifically does that. But there's nothing I can do to just like be looking the opposite way and still hit these guys. Even the AoE swing. So Spidey's a lot more forgiving on that end. But her range is a lot farther. Let's say like unreasonably far.
Enemy ahead of us.
Let's see. Who else was there to go over? I'd have to go to the list again. Squirrel Girl needs a nerf. Honestly, just give her a nerf to her fucking direct impact damage. The amount of damage that shit does is... She also gets her ult unreasonably fast, mainly because of that. So, if we were to just kind of nerf like her basic attack damage, because I think on direct hit it does like 120 damage. If we were to like knock that down for like to like 100 damage instead of 120, it would kind of fix a lot of the stuff, I think. Because she's getting her ult because she's doing so much damage. You reduce how much damage she's doing from that, then she's just going to get her ult at a more reasonable pace. You know, I don't think you'd need to nerf the ult along with her damage, just her damage. Star-Lord, I think he's in a pretty good place. I don't really play Star-Lord or know much about him. But from what I've seen, like, there's still a lot of people that play him and get a lot of value out of him. So he's still, like, in a pretty good place. Especially with all that mobility they added. Storm is iffy. She's not in as good of a place. She's still playable, but not playable as much. So she could probably use, I guess, like a little buff. I don't know what kind of buff though. I don't play her enough. For Punisher, I'd nerf the ultimate just a teeny tiny bit. Like, just the damage. Because you literally look at someone and it's just poof, dead, poof, dead, poof, dead. Like, it just takes so little time to melt someone, which is fine. It's a minigun. I just think it, like, should just be a tiny bit less damage. And would make it a little funner to fight against. The Thing, I think, is in a pretty good place. It can be frustrating to fight against because of his skills and his anti-dive and his anti-movement and stuff like that, but... that range is really forgiving, too, it looks like. Jesus. For his L2, I get that the range is forgiving. Not his L2, his right click, because I use controller. But his upper range is also ridiculous. I don't know if they've ever nerfed that, but... this man has, like, fucking 10 meters into the sky range on his left punch. Like... Thor is, I think, fine. Wolverine... he's still banned a lot, but I think some nerfs have made him a little more doable. So I think I'd leave him. Winter Soldier... I don't know, man. That's a controversial one. I mean, I don't think so. I just tested that Spidey's melee range is actually, like, pretty drastically different than Magic's. And let's see. It looks like Punisher is one of the more noticeably, like, paid attention to characters when it comes to his range. I don't play Punisher enough to know.
You know a word I don't like? Nuance. Heads up, hostiles!
I mean, that seems fine.
Take a rest.
You're fine, Springtrap.
Double
I say
kill.
I His range is longer than other characters like Storm and stuff, but I'd say it's still not really enough to be problematic.
3. Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
Got a little run going.
Let's see, Magic is the best. Magic has the most melee range in the entire game by far. Her Dark Child ult has 9.5 meters, 10 meters of range, which is a lot, but fair, that's her ult. And then her normal is 6.5 meters range. Well, this was months ago, this might have been reduced. Then after that, it's Hulk and Doctor Strange for 5 meters. Monster Hulk, 5 meters. Normal Hulk, 4.5 meters. Then below that, 4 meters, which is Captain America, Groot, Magneto, Penny, Thor, Spider-Man, and Magic. And then Iron Man at 3.5 meters and Wolverine at 3.5 meters. 3 meters is normal Bruce, Venom, Groot, Punisher, Storm, Hawkeye, Hela, Black Panther. Yeah, Panther literally has less than half of the attack range as Magic does. It's just really forgiving for her. And then Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Cloak, and Dagger have the shortest range. But a lot of their melees are pretty different. They all have like pretty different ranges.
Hostiles
A lot of them are in the 3 meter range though, but there is still quite a few that are in different other ranges. So I think 6.5 meters on her sword is a bit much. I understand she has a sword. That's why I said the thing like if I were to hold my arm out as far as I could and this sword as far as I could, it would reach maybe half of the distance between me and that enemy. Like, that's not how long that sword is. That sword is not 6.5 meters. But it's just a little forgiving with dive, and I think that would just make it less miserable for literally everyone else. I think Venom's in a good place, I think. If anything, he might need a little buff. I wish I had the Christmas Venom skin. They are bringing back Season 0 stuff. I wonder if that involves that. Probably not. I mean, yeah, that's most of the changes that I would probably make. Because a lot of the fun that's been taken away from this game is a lot of people had fun playing support, and it's just not really fun to play anymore. A lot of people had a lot of fun playing, you know, tank. Especially Strange. He got nerfed into the ground. He's not fun anymore. Magneto just kind of feels less fun to play. He's still fun to play, and he does really good. He's just less fun than Strange, you know? It just feels like you're doing more as Strange. Yeah, so those are generally the changes that I would make. Try to get things a little closer to Season 0, but also, like, address some of the bigger problems that they, like, are ignoring, which is, you know, Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl's fucking basic attack and how fast she gets her ult. Like, even when there's a Squirrel Girl on my team... So, like, that's mostly true, but that doesn't necessarily change, like, the conclusion. It's a similar mindset to the one that Rivals has been using to make some of these changes. It's that, like, you know, regardless of why, you know, regardless of if it's someone playing support and it's just maybe the enemy dive is too strong, or if it's someone playing support and their team isn't doing what they need to do to stop that dive. The conclusion of that situation is still the same. You know, whether it's the dive being too strong, supports get fucking dived out of into the ground, can't do much, not fun, or their team isn't helping them, can't do much, not fun. You know, it's the same thing. So even if it's something as simple as like, well, other people just need to play better, like they just need to do their job and stop the dive. But if that isn't happening in the majority of games, then we need to potentially adjust. We need to adjust to make it so that healers themselves have a little bit more wiggle room on surviving being dived. Since it's just, like, in lower ranks especially, like, people just aren't turning around to help their healers. So we just need to give them a little more to fucking survive. And maybe just nerf dive in general, because holy fuck. Some of them combos, goddamn. That Black Panther combo is gross. Like, actually heinous. If someone's good with Panther, like, you don't even have, like, a second to realize what's happening. That used to be more of a thing, but now because of the rank changes, those dive are staying down in lower ranks longer than they would have before anyway. Because when I got MVP and did really well, I got 42 points in like bronze 3 or 2. And I used to get like 60 to 70 points. And then I lost the game and I lost 32 points. So, like, those dive are now staying in those lower ranks for a lot longer. Before, it was a lot easier to say that people would just get to their rank. Because, you know, you'd be in bronze, you get 60 points, lose 10, and it was like, okay, you know, the game can tell that you're doing really well, and you're just gonna keep moving up quickly. And then as you get to the ranks that you're closer supposed to, you know, like diamond and blah, 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 then you start losing more points and gaining less because you're starting to equal out. I mean, the chrono shields are just kind of a pillow. They're like a pillow to solve a problem that they don't want to solve. Just a band-aid. Instead of, like, fixing the game itself and trying to make it so that the characters are more fun to play and people want to play more and things like that, their temporary solution is to make it so that it's a lot easier for people to rank up. I don't have an issue with chrono shields, personally. They don't work beyond gold, so they don't affect me, really. There's a, like, there might be, like, a little bit of what? Platflation? Who cares? You know, letting someone who's bronze push their way up into silver or gold for the first time and be really happy about it doesn't affect anyone above plat. So I don't really care that that's in the game. Placements would be nice to have, but I mean, we don't necessarily have to get rid of chrono shields for the lower ranked people, especially now that they've made it much harder to rank up in bronze, like losing a lot more points and gaining less. So I'm fine with them having the chrono shields. It's whatever. I'd say if it was working anywhere other than, like, if it was working above gold, then it would be a serious problem. But since it doesn't, let people rank up and have fun at a certain rank. Who cares? Getting to gold from bronze could be one of the things they've, you know. Oh, I definitely don't. I definitely disagree with that. I think maybe, you know, once you get into plat, diamond, things like upper ranks, then losing should get you more lost points and potentially start going into the net negative thing, but I do not believe that losing in bronze and silver should just be net negative. I mean, sometimes. That mindset is mostly gone from my head. I watch Flats play a decent amount, and I've watched him go on like 8-game losing streaks and get MVP damn near every time. And it's like, okay, well, it doesn't look like there's something you're doing wrong. You know, the top 500 tank in Diamond games, losing 8 in a row. I think he's fine. So it's not necessarily just like, if you lose this many games in a row, it's your fault, you need to self-reflect. I just don't believe that. Some of the fucking strongest and best players in this game will go on long losing streaks. People that, like, we know for a fact are doing what they're supposed to do and doing it well. MVP means enough. It might not mean much to a lot of people, but it does mean enough. If you're MVP, you were performing the best on your team. That's just how that works. The only thing that doesn't take into consideration is things like, were you swapping to specifically work with your team? Were you like trying to swap to counter, which most top 500s will do. The second someone swaps in or swaps to counter their character, they're gonna realize that and swap next death. It's just a normal thing. But MVP also means more when it comes to competitive points. You get MVP, you're getting more competitive points. But it also means in like a losing situation, if you're SVP and your team lost, then that means out of everyone there, you were the one contributing the most. In terms of like damage, kills, in terms of like actually doing your job. That SVP shows that, well, that person was probably doing their job. What about the 0-7 Punisher? You know, it matters enough to be able to kind of point out what the problem was. But I think in bronze, silver, and gold, you know, whatever. People are going in there to enjoy themselves, to play this game, to have fun. You know, the higher ranks are when things get really competitive. People want to go into bronze and use chrono shields to rank themselves up or to, you know, get a net positive points, even if they win one game and lose two and make it up to silver. You know, it's whatever. It's mostly just people enjoying things. It'll help me get out of bronze faster, so I don't mind. Someone getting to gold from bronze for the first time this week because the chrono shields could be one of the happiest things they've done in the last fucking 6 months. Could be a real achievement for them. They could be thrilled. It's not enough of a problem for me to like try and maybe take that away from people. People do like having a specific rank and bragging about it, you know, they do. That's part of the fun of the game, getting up to a rank and being like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm this rank, you know. Reducing their ability to get to those ranks, it just will only hurt the lower ranked population in the game, honestly. So I don't mind. I don't mind, like, you know, bronze, silver, gold being more casual than the upper ranks. I don't think it should be, like, lorded over people. Like, if you're GM or something, you shouldn't be lording that over people. Like, it's just bronze, dude. Like, who the fuck cares? You know, some people aren't as good at these kind of games, and that's fine. Oh, wait, I'm realizing the game was a little cut off because I made it longer for another game. There we go. I mean, yeah. If anything, just for the fact that, like, Marvel Rivals came out, was so popular and just made a lot of money that you can probably expect another one to come out just because someone else is going to think that they can get that level of fame and that level of money, and, you know. I'm sure we'll be seeing some more fucking hero shooters soon. Just like when the first Battle Royale came out or whatever, and it was, you know, insanely popular, then all of a sudden everything was fucking Battle Royale. For like 5 years. I don't even know what gold looks like this season because I've only played like some bronze and I think a little silver. But if I have 8 charges of Chrono Shield, I assume that means that for the next, what, 8 losses that I'm not going to lose any points? I don't fully know how the Chrono tickets work. God, I hate opening the Twitch app on my phone. It's so hard to fucking tell what's going on. Flats is playing Overwatch 2 Stadium. Not surprising. I mean, he's top 500. Again, it Stadium absolutely pulled in like all the sweats. I probably could. I'm good enough at the game. I need to learn a little more about it, but I'm not trying to play Stadium until Sigma comes out. He's like the only tank I actually enjoy playing, and I do really well on him, and I was so fucking bummed out when I realized they didn't have him in the original launch of Space Stadium. Couldn't give us fucking PvE for 8 goddamn years, but, you know, hey, they couldn't even add all their fucking characters to the new game mode either, so... Stadium? I mean, Stadium's free. Anyone can play it. I mean, yeah, most ranked things don't allow you crossplay, and Stadium is ranked only. Another great argument for, you know, why it was totally great that they released it ranked only. Also, I haven't heard of Mecha Break, but, I mean, if it does well enough, I probably will. God, it's hard to convince myself to play a competitive match. Like, I'm pretty sure I could win. Like, I'm not really worried about that. It's more of just like, am I gonna have people screaming at me this game? And, like, is it just gonna have people in the mic talking about how everyone else on their team is fucking awful and blah, 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 blah? He's just gonna bitch for an hour? Like... Solo queue's been fine for me. Like, I've gone up in solo queuing. It's, you know... When I ranked up to GM the first time, I had, like, duos and triples and stuff. I went in with groups. I mean, the toxicity's still there. I guess you have, like, a less of a chance of running into it, but the toxicity is still there even with, like, one more person. Also, because of all the Smurfs, like, partying up with people seems to be, like, a real shit show. Because once you party up with people, it starts putting you up against other people who are partied up, and it fucking feels like 7 out of 10 times that is... garbage truck. The only team ups with Spider-Man, aren't they? Like Venom. I don't play Venom. Ah. I mostly just go into matches and wait and figure out what they need. I prefer to play tank or support, but I'll play DPS if I really have to. Honestly, I'd prefer just having 3 tanks and 1 DPS instead of being a DPS. But the game isn't in a great place. You know, we'll just go into some AI games. It's kind of crazy how quickly this game has just kind of been going downhill. I mean, the problem is that they are, quote-unquote, trying to fix it. And it's just like that they don't really understand the consequences that some of the fixes will have. And end up making it worse.
I'm not the type who fades quietly into the background. Cosmic rays didn't make me who I am today. My family did. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Where is Luna? Oh, she went up there, yeah.
If I could create a world that would be safe forever. You cannot save these. Yes. Can you save yourselves?
How did she even get up there?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Yeah, they're trying to fix it. They just don't fully like understand what they need to fix things, or like what they're trying to fix per se.
No worries, I've got your back. Just in time. Anyone willing to help? Feeling fantastic.
Our enemy has been spotted.
Force burst. Deep race. Clearly, you needed some help. Another hit for Luna Cell.
This will not be my last match after all.
Dude, they're both just standing next to the shield to get the healing from it. I always try to do that, like with dive and people that fly around a lot. Just try and put the shield next to them so they can stand next to it and heal.
You're halfway there. Keep going. Nice deep freeze. Bionic burst. Thanks so much. Clearly, you needed some help.
More foes to conquer.
Another hit for Luna Snow.
You shall not be harmed.
An extra force field. Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Hey, thanks.
I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that we had so many like divers and stuff when I
Keep up the momentum.
like picked Inviswoman, but she's really good against uh-oh, I'm dead. Yep. I was trying to get a shield on the guy that was like really far away, but he never like came back into vision. I didn't even notice the Iron Man above my head.
Disappear so easy.
Literally above my head, and I didn't even see him. I'm fucking blind.
I like the cold.
I feel like myself again.
Force burst. That's much better. Disappear! Disappear! Seems like they mean business.
Oh, fuck you, Mantis.
We are undefeatable! A nice deep freeze.
Oh, I couldn't get to him in time. I'm dead. Dude, just lay into Groot. Kill him. Kill this fucking tree. I'm dead. No! Thank you, Groot. I appreciate that. Actually just saved my ass. Oh my god, dude, every time I try and put a shield down to go to it to heal myself, they just block it with walls. Look at this. Our whole spawn is filled with Groot walls. Look how fun he is to play against. It's so fun. Like, we just keep getting walled in. And, yeah, I don't mind, I guess. It's just AI.
Maximum pulse!
I got you covered.
Now we're even.
You're halfway there.
Ow. I didn't even see the Magneto, and he just fucking shot my ass. Damn, I just hit their whole fucking team with that.
No worries. I got your back.
My guy, you are like running from me. I can't fucking heal you when you're doing that shit.
Straight on till each is clearly you needed some help. Vortex field. A nice deep freeze.
Come here, you piece of shit.
Keep up the
Wow, he didn't die from that. That's nuts, actually.
disappear. No worries. I got your back.
Back the fuck up, tree.
A nice deep freeze. Psionic surge. Feel the pull. An extra
Fucking murdered.
disappear. I found one of our critics.
Vehicle advance.
Don't let anything stand in your way. A nice deep freeze. Clearly you needed some help.
Much better.
Yeah, I guess there will probably be a surge of players when
You Spidey. Vortex field. Clear the way.
Ultron comes out. I couldn't remember his name. I can't see you. God damn it, I couldn't see you. I couldn't hit Mag. He was too far away. Damn.
Feeling fantastic. Force burst. Psionic burst. Was that really it?
Yeah, I'll probably play Ultron quite a bit. He seems pretty fun.
Another epic victory. Big win.
So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever fucking honestly put any real effort into competitive in this game again.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Maybe if things pick up a bunch. Man, what the fuck is going on with this comp? I do like the music in this place. I feel like it can get a little loud at times, though.
Before you attack, get ready. Oh, hi.
Say, Doc, you never told me. Where'd you learn all those tricks?
Exactly. I'm a master of mystical arts, aren't I?
You bitten by a radioactive
I
lizard?
do like that they recently like split the sprays and the emotes here in like two different things. I'm glad they did that.
The battle
Because it was starting to have like, I just didn't have enough room for like all my emotes and like some good sprays and shit. That Penny is like really taking the whole guard the healers thing seriously, right up y'all's asses. Jesus.
Help, friends.
Take cover. We got a sniper.
Poor Rocket. I never wanted to fight. Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Jesus. His AI is doing a lot of like back and forth like this, and trying to fucking shoot him. Fuck you, Cap. You and your fucking health and stalling and shit.
Whoever they are, they don't look friendly. I need assistance. Focus on the battle.
Maelstrom has taken them.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Double kill!
This is real firepower.
Just fucking whipping him.
Spotted us.
Yeah, I think the recent update actually, like, recent, like, in the last week or two. Pretty sure that update actually, like, distorted the Strange voice a lot more than it was before. Because there wasn't, like, much distortion or changes made to, like, the zombie skin, and it's, like, his best skin, so they distorted the voice some more.
Double kill! Us against the world!
Honestly, I wish his, like, magic was different colored. Like, maybe, like, in the movie, it's kind of a similar color, but it's more of, like, a burnt out, like, yellowish orange with, like, kind of like smoke around it. So I kind of wish that they did some kind of, like, different effect for his magic or his shield for the zombie form.
Get ready! Peter? Nah, is it really you? I haven't seen you in ages!
Wait, have we met? You sure you got the right Spidey?
Maybe not. It is a big multiverse after all.
Either way, we're together now. You say we hit the webs.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
I don't know why Penny would assume it's the same Spidey. I'm pretty sure all of them know that there's, like,
To do is capture the mission
they're in, like, a
area.
multiverse setting in this.
Nice. You expecting Peter?
So it'd be weird to assume, like, any character is, like, the one that you knew. I guess Penny is kind of like a teenage girl.
Whoever they are, I'm counting on you.
You get a web, and you get a web, and you get a web.
Fuck you, Cap.
Double kill! Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Feel better, fight better. Friends, gather around. Double kill!
Oh, I was hoping I would get Cap and Groot in that, but I had to go too far back to get the supports.
Here comes trouble.
Fuck your old Groot. Try not to get too close because they're starting to do like a lot of burst damage to me. Well, that's not good. Oh, I was hoping to get Mantis, but she ran back fast enough. Damn. That movement speed.
They're coming from behind.
Oh, damn it. Nope, the revived beacon got her instantly, dude. Damn, that AI rocket putting up those beacons at really good times. Get fucked. Oh, did she put out her ult already? I was hoping she didn't, and I'd stop it. Oh, she survived that. That's interesting. Oh, damn. Fucking melted. Wait, we never captured the area?
Many thanks.
I mean, I guess we could just sit here farming damage and stuff, honestly, for like challenges. Oh! Fuck you, Venom. Your fucking ult that does more damage to tanks. I didn't hit fucking Wolverine with that ult, dude. What? He was like right there.
We are undefeatable. It's spider time. Help, friends.
Try not to be in the fucking mines, dude. The penny mines are everywhere. I'm trying to fucking dodge them.
Focus on the battle.
Dude, Strange can still do like a really good fucking damage combo with his damage and his fucking, or his AoE and his darkness charge. Like, he still has a lot of damage that he can do. Fucking stopped Iron Fist his ult. Oh, fuck you, dude. I was trying to block Spidey from getting hit more. Oh, dude, he put up his fucking lantern right as I was about to fucking one-tap him. That Spidey struggled. That Spidey was struggling. Man, it's crazy that that Mantis skin's a purple and doesn't have an MVP screen. Hey, most damage, let's go. Like, he can still output some damage. It's just like his one-hit combo isn't the same. I'm not gonna lie, I barely noticed I was damage buffed. But I mean, it makes sense with how short the game was. That I have like at 16k. I'm just gonna complete 15 more matches, deal 100k damage, defeat 10 enemies as magic, Namor, or Psylocke. Psylocke or Jesus, any of the dives. One of the challenges is literally be a dive character. Yeah, that's what this game needs, more of those fuckers. I mean, I have everything. Like the only thing to really get any, like the only thing to get still, right, is like these. I voted for Cloak, who's number 2 right now, I guess, and I guess she's number 1. Hulk getting a Hellfire Gala costume would be pretty cool, but yeah, I don't see that happening. So do you only get a single gallery card? Like if I vote another 10 for her, do I not get like her gallery card? You can just pick one. It does say 1 out of, well, 1 out of 3. Wait, that's not the right one. Damn, that's actually like a lot of lore. Like there is 10 different gallery cards there with lore in each one of them, and they're probably all different. I haven't really cared about the event, not gonna lie, so I haven't put much into it. I passed it too, like I just got the skin 2 days before it ran out, because fuck it, why not? But like there's no shot that it's gonna take a long time for them to release a Wolverine skin that's better than the one that I currently have. Like this Wolverine skin is just actually fire. It'll take a long time to get one better than that. Like, that one's not even close to as good. None of them. If only I wasn't fucking ass with most melee characters. Okay, well, I might end stream there. Oh, mostly just wanted to get on, fucking rant about shit. A lot of people at the moment are talking about, like, the state of Rivals and kind of expecting it to die soon, just because like the fucking toxicity and the type of community that it is built up for itself isn't one that really is conducive with like a successful, happy, casual game. You can't have that level of like toxicity in just normal games and people treating other people like shit. Just, it's gonna make the normal people leave. It's gonna make them leave. They aren't gonna want to play, which is fucking normal and fair. Right, like it's not like it's hard to imagine why, like, if someone joins a game and then they start getting screamed at for being the worst healer in the game and for fucking playing worse than anyone else they've seen and they should go kill themselves and blah 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 blah. Like they obviously aren't gonna want to play the game. Like that's just a normal like train of thought. Who wants to play a game where you're just getting screamed at all the time? Like, there are people who scream at me in competitive matches about being a terrible healer and, like, saying that I'm not doing any healing and not healing them, and then at the end of the match, fucking, I'm MVP and have way more healing than everyone else, and they don't say shit. It's like, yeah, I was literally healing more than everyone else, but go fuck yourself. And reporting them can only do so much, dude. Even some of the most heinous shit will get people just like, all right, you're banned from that for an hour. Make sure you don't say that stuff again. And it's like, of course they're gonna say it again. Like, what do you mean? That's what they do. 80% of the people being toxic think that they could never, ever, ever be the reason that they're losing their competitive game. It's not them. They're perfect. They're the perfect Hawkeye player. They missed 19 headshots and hit 1, but that's besides the point. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing their job. But yeah. So, I might still stream tonight. My sleep schedule's really messed up after the last, like, 10 days. It's been busy, crazy, financially stressful, because I am just way less money than I normally have. I could barely afford my own fucking bills right now, but that should change in the next few weeks, 4 weeks, get things leveled out again. I'm not sure what I'd play if I play tonight. I want to play more Omori soon. I just, like, haven't been in the mood for it, considering things have been just, like, so all over the place. Thank you, Royal. It'll probably come from just, like, you know, my partner working. I don't like asking people for money, even when, like, I actually need it. I'm just a dude who plays games, and I like to hang out with people while playing games. So if anyone, you know, chooses to give me money in that time, I'm happy, but I don't like pressuring people or, like, hiding rewards behind money. I just don't like it. Like subathon goals. Subathon goals are wild to me. You know, like, they'll just get a certain amount of subs, and then they'll go on Twitter like, well, we got this many, so you guys got this reward, but we didn't get enough to get this new outfit that I just spent hundreds of dollars on that I really wanted to show off to you guys. So, no outfit for you. Sucks. You didn't give me enough money. You know, like, I just don't like it. I don't like that shit. I don't like it at all. I fucking hate that, actually. Because, like, I want to show off my new outfit and my new shit as much as people probably want to see it. So locking it behind money and just trying to, like, push, keep giving me more money. If you want to see it, more money. Like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like that about subathons. And I don't think I will ever do a subathon. Can it help people fucking spread their name? Yeah. I would maybe consider doing, like, a charity subathon with, like, other goals. You know, not goals that are around my, you know, outfits or, like, content that I could be releasing on my model. But, I don't know, like, a goal like, yeah, if we donate, like, $2,000 to this charity, I'll play this game. Or something like that. But I don't want to lock things that I, like, paid for, that I want to show people, that, like, you know, if people are watching me, seeing that art and seeing, like, that stuff of my character is something that benefits them, they enjoy it. I enjoy it. I just don't like it. I don't like it. It feels like a, yeah, you want to see stuff from me? You want to see some cool stuff? Fucking give me money. Like, that's just what it feels like. It just feels disingenuous. For, like, bigger creators, I can get it, because you're pretty much guaranteed. Like, if Iron Mouse does a subathon, you know, she's basically guaranteed to get to, like, the final thing that reveals, like, whatever she wants to reveal to them. But when it comes to, like, smaller creators doing subathons, I actually see a lot of Twitter posts of people actively being like, well, I guess I'm not releasing this art for you guys. We didn't make the goal. Maybe next time. And it's like, okay. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, and I don't like it. I'll never actively, like, sit here and tell someone that, like, they're fucking greedy or anything like that for doing it, blah, blah, blah. Subathons are a choice people can do. It's their choice. I just don't like the, like, the implication behind them, you know? If people want to donate me money, sweet. That's awesome. It helps a lot. I put it pretty much all towards rigging, art, all that stuff. This last time, all of it went towards bills because I was even more broke than normal. But this last time, you know, the couple $100s that I get from Twitch usually is enough for me to pay for my medication. I can go see my doctor, I can pick up my medication, things like that. It's not even like chastising, and I think that, like, I think the the sentiment around subathons and people who are like smaller creators that do them don't even really see it that way, you know? They don't see it the same way I do. It's just like, it's an event that they got cool stuff for it. If people donate enough, then yay, they can release it. You know, they just see it as like a cool thing that people can maybe, you know, get to see some cool stuff. But in my mind, it's like, why not just show them that cool stuff? But I'm not like, I guess, content brained. I'm not like, not every second of me is sitting here trying to be like, I need to grow as big as possible. I need to make as much money as possible. You know, I do want to grow as big as I can, but like the money aspect, kind of hope just comes along with it. You know, I'm pretty uncomfortable about money in general. You know, like if I start making a lot, I'd be happy to tell people how much I make. But I don't know. Like, you know, there's people like Tim the Tap Man. I watch him like on and off, and he doesn't really do anything like subathons, but he does like in a meme-ish way, like not a fully serious way. But he still does it. Like, he'll get upset or something and be like, chat, I want 50 gifted right now. Like, I don't care who does it. I'm upset and I want 50 gifted. And then someone will send 50 gifted. And it's like, that is one way to, you know, get money. Though a lot of the time he does it as a joke, but people still send it. But God. I just lost a competitive game, chat. I'm pissed. Give me 100 subs or I'm ending stream. Like. Well, who knows? Some people like that stuff. Some people, you know, like watching that kind of thing, you know? I don't fucking get it. I want to get to a point where I'm like, you know, making enough money as a content creator to do what I want to do, things like that. But also just still being a guy that plays video games. I just want to be a dude that plays games. I could maybe get like some singing lessons and release like a song or two, but I don't want to be much more than this. Just like a comfort streamer that people can come to and watch play games. That's it. But yeah, we'll end stream here. I might still stream tonight. I'll figure out what to do if I do. I might not. I'm still trying to fix my sleep schedule. I woke up at like 6 a.m. this morning, and that's when I'm like normally supposed to go to sleep if I want to stream at my normal time. So I'm just still trying to fix stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for coming to the stream and listening to me rant about all the shit they're doing wrong in this game and why 90% of the people that you enjoyed watching play it don't play it anymore. The only people who play it still are people like Necros, because, I mean, what else is he going to play to get attention? You know? But, yeah. Have a good day, everyone. Have a good day at work. I hope everything goes well for you all. And I will maybe see you later tonight. Bye-bye, everyone.